I just put fairish.
Fairish?
Well, I was going to say plain.
Plain looking then. Is that what you're saying, Andrew?
She want my cup of tea, Leo.
Anything else on?
They won't find their flaws so amusing when they're playing the murder game. If their powers of observation let the investigation down, they'll be facing elimination.
So we've got a white male, female, mousy blonde, fairish hair. It's short, it's wavy, it's straight. Between 27 and 40. She's plain looking and she's got pale skin with freckles. Do you see how the difficulty with identification issues? It's like I said yesterday, some things that you don't think are significant at one point of the inquiry can turn out to be very significant further down the line.
I thought it was a chap. Hello, I'm Meryl Holt and I'm 56. I have 2 daughters and 5 grandchildren and I live in a village in Gloucestershire.
With the pretty country cottage in a charming idyllic village and husband Rod's vintage motor, Meryl could be a character from any Miss Marple mystery.
I think she watches almost every detective series that comes on television and is way ahead of me when it comes to, she's guessed it halfway through, who's done the deed. And so this is an opportunity as near as possible for her to do that in real life.
48.
Wife, mother and grandmother, Meryl is also the village's resident bingo caller and a feared regular at the local tennis club. But her favourite diversion is indulged behind closed doors.
Oh no! I've always done crosswords and so I started subscribing to this magazine called Tough Puzzles and I find it's my relaxation.
She's very dogmatic about things. She will continue with puzzles right to the end. I've never known her to give up on a puzzle.
My younger daughter rang up not long ago and she said, "Mummy, keep doing your puzzles because apparently it keeps Alzheimer's and senility at bay, so I'm going to keep doing them."
Recalling the mysterious box dropper has well and truly flummoxed the trainee investigators. However, having kept quiet during the earlier free-for-all, Nick surprises everyone by volunteering to describe the mystery woman for the EFIT team who have arrived to generate a likeness.
And what about the eyebrows?
Very faint.
Faint, so
yeah. As
more on the
wasn't
light
a
colour.
really outstanding feature on her face.
And I had a very clear picture in my mind of what she did look like, but because some of the other people were so confident, she was definitely wearing glasses. Oh, she was actually quite fat. And I thought, well, this isn't the woman that I saw.
I remember us not having any makeup on, but yet she did have quite a strong mouth.
Yeah.
I did the best I could from my memory.
I didn't think she had glasses.
And I thought, I'm really going out and I'm taking a big risk here. I'm going to look like an idiot if she walks in and she's a small plump lady with wavy hair and glasses.
I'm just going to say thanks very much everybody yesterday for helping me. I got downstairs.
That would be sufficient for our needs.
When she did walk in and she was almost a dead ringer for my EFIT, I was just overjoyed and people just turned around and were like, "Wow, Nick," as though like that's your skill.
Neither of the EFIT people knew who the subject was, and the likeness, it's uncanny. If I'd have had that on an incident, I'd have been really happy, yeah.
Hi, my name's Nick Sykes. I'm originally from Huddersfield in West Yorkshire, and over the last few years I've made most of my money through property renovating.
Nick spends much of his time driving up and down the streets of Huddersfield, keeping a keen eye on the for sale signs.
Basically what I do is shop around for a real bargain of a property. I do all the renovation work myself, and then once the house is finished, then advertise it privately for sale and usually get a buyer on the first day.
You can really look into things in depth, and he's a good analyser of situations. He doesn't jump to conclusions or anything like that, you know. He has to look at the whole picture first before he makes any judgments on anything. And then the thing is, he's usually right as well.
It's got a nice view out here.
Nick has the advantage of a law degree, which has helped him hone his analytical powers, as well as whetting his appetite for the murder game.
The thing that I'm looking forward to the most about this program is being able to find out the trade secrets of being a detective. By instinct, I'm quite a nosy, kind of investigative kind of guy, and I like to kind of know the full facts about everything, and I don't like to be kept in the dark. So to be able to find out how the police operate and how they would investigate a murder is fantastic. You know, who gets in regular life the chance to do this?
One of the immediate tasks the investigators will face when they play the murder game is bagging evidence at the scene of the crime. If they aren't paying attention now, some may fall at the first hurdle.
I've got a number of items, clothing, instruments, things that could be evidence in relation to your journey over the next few weeks. So I'm going to ask you to package these particular items as you feel they should be packaged.
Actually, pass the pencil.
No. Just pop it straight in there and it goes label it up straight off to the scientist desk, yeah.
Do you want to put it in the bag?
I don't think so.
Hi, my name's Sarita Raval. I'm 29 from South London. I used to be a recruitment consultant, now I'm not.
Sarita jacked in her high-flying career to start a new one behind the scenes in the theatre. However, it's the interrogation skills she honed in the hard-nosed world of recruitment that will stand her in good stead.
She's very good at asking probing questions. If anyone has a secret, she's going to find it out. Much to my disappointment and her other friends. We can't keep anything from her. So I think that helps.
I think I'm quite observant. And I think it's one of the skills that's probably going to be required, and probably the ability to get on with people.
Having previously made her living evaluating people's strengths and weaknesses, she can be honest about her own.
And of course it'd be nice to win, but I'm impatient and I can be quite forgetful, which in a show like this are probably the worst qualities you could ever have, because you've got to work with other people and I don't think you could afford to forget.
Most people think it's just putting things in a brown paper bag and sellotaping it up. Well, that's not the case.
Does it say what leg they are?
Sometimes a case can balance on the quality of your exhibits.
It's also very complex because each different type of exhibit has a different type of handling and dealing with that exhibit.
If that went to court...
Exhibit specialist Paul is only too aware that bagging up is something that can seem like a routine procedure that's carried out after all the real detective work has been done.
Then all sorts of...
With that in mind, he set a few traps for the trainee investigators.
Yeah. Did you check the pockets?
It says, I did it, Paul Martin. Thank you very much.
Richard and Merrill also missed a trick with their item.
Did you notice it was a mask?
No, we didn't.
Yeah?
No, we didn't.
So it's worth just having that little bit of a look.
In the bag, you could.
It's slip-ups like these that cost cases. Once again, the trainee investigators have been confronted with their shortcomings as detectives. For the second time, the trainee investigators find themselves in the gym. The characters they encounter in the murder game will behave as unpredictably as people do in real life. The trainee investigators must not shy away from physical contact when necessary. Tonight's lesson includes a few simple tricks for escaping unwelcome contact and baton